Okay, race fans, welcome in. This is it. This is the final round of season 23 of the Porsche Cup Cayman series. This is it. This is the last chance for our drivers to make moves in the championship. We've got a number of drivers on track here tonight as we head to the sunny left coast of the USA to WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. This is a legendary motorsports destination nestled inside Salinas, California. It's a 2.238 mile track with 11 turns. It's most famous for the corkscrew, a downhill dramatic chicane that actually drops 59 feet straight down and only 450 feet of track length. It was built in 1957 on an old army base called Fort Ord. The name Laguna Seca comes from dry lake in Spanish, as the track was constructed around an old lake bed. Corkscrew's elevation change is so extreme that it's the equivalent to a 5.5-story drop, making it one of the most challenging turns in motorsports. It's a true icon in racing history. Laguna Seca continues to host world-class events and thrills motorsports fans from around the globe. And tonight, we're going to see how our Porsche drivers can tackle it here. I am Rob Campbell, as usual, bringing this final race to you in the round of season 23. See our track conditions out there. We've got 38-degree track temps, 21-degree air temps as common in sunny California. You get the hot sun out there on a dark asphalt track, and it's going to heat up very quickly. So we'll see how our drivers are able to deal with that. They should be able to get under grips with it as our usual 25-minute race, but let's take a quick look here at the schedule to see how we got to this point in time. We started off way back round 1 in Silverstone, jolly old England. That got us to where we are now. Monza was round 2. And we hit up another track, Imola, in round 3 in Italy. 2 stops in Italy to start off the season in the top 3 tracks. VIR was stop 4, Oulton Park. Back to England again for another track for round 5. So a couple of Italian stops, couple UK stops to start off the top 5 tracks here of the season. We head back to the US for Road Atlanta, back over to Belgium for Spa, back to the US again for Daytona for round 8. Red Bull Ring in Australia took us to round 9, Austria, round 9. Round 10 took us to Brazil, Interlagos. Last week we were at Watkins Glen, and as mentioned, we're going to finish this one up. Round 12, Laguna Seca WeatherTech Raceway. So expect a ton of action here this evening. All of our drivers on track, putting in some times as we see Kelly Greenhoe just on screen here now. Kelly currently sitting in 3rd place in qualifying, so nice showing for Kelly so far. He's had a couple of good weeks lately, so it'll be interesting to see if Kelly's able to finish off this one in grand fashion. He's had some great qualifying the last couple of weeks, but the race itself hasn't went all that well for him. A couple incidents and knocked him out of running for completing well in the race. So it'll be interesting to see if Kelly can bring this one home. And this is his home track, as far as I understand. Kelly out in the great state of California, and we'll see how he does. Right now, sitting 3rd, DJ Alessandrini back on this one. We haven't seen him in a number of weeks, but he's back here again as well as we're heading into week 13. If familiar with the iRacing week system all as well, and new content coming out next week. So there won't be any official races. It'll all be trying the new content. A week off for a lot of our drivers, week off for Apex's drivers, and then I believe maybe 1 week, possibly 2 weeks, then we'll be back at it again for season 24. I'm not sure what they've got in store for season 24, but we'll have to see if there's an announcement coming up soon for that. But right now, DJ leading around the Porsche Cup side of things. Aaron Sunday up top of the Cayman class right now. Nice showing by him. Currently leading the way in the Cayman class. Oh, we're going to see him lose it there, though. But fortunately for him, he's already got the quick lap in, 2/10 ahead of Spencer Bodway in 2nd place. But on board here with Roman Bykoff. Bykoff in his traditional Coors Lightning paint theme, heading through that corkscrew, the famous, world-famous corkscrew, dropping down almost 6 stories through the corkscrew. I'd love to see what it feels like in real life. This must be your stomach just must be floating through there. But our drivers will be trying to go through there as quick as they can this evening. Trying not to go 2 by 2. Going through there double file can be extremely dangerous. So we'll see if our drivers fare through there. But it's like Brian Lemke's got himself up into 2nd place in the standings. He's got himself wedged between Greenhoe and Alessandrini. Our 2nd, 3rd, and fourth place cars, separated by only 1/100th. They're a real tight battle. DJ Allison Reed 6/10 up on them, but second place up for grabs between Lemke, Greenhoe, and Marr as it stands right now. So while they're finishing up qualifying, let's take a look at our championship standings here to see where our drivers are sitting to start this one out. Spencer Bodway in the Cayman class is going to come into this one leading the championship, 149 points. That's going to put him 17 points over Oz Xulu in second place. Xulu up another 7 points over Kent Kruger in third place. So it looks like our top three fairly secure in their positions. Aaron Sunday in fourth, 103 points. Then Sean Teeter and Uwe Hale pretty close for fifth place. Oh, my apologies. I had to sneeze there. So let's take a look at the Porsche Cup side of things. Brian Zinn comes in this one with a strong hold on the championship, up 21 points over current second place driver Mark Miller. So it's going to take a world of luck here for Miller to pip Zinn off the top, albeit I don't know where the drop weeks stand. Potentially there's an opportunity there for Miller, but looks like Zinn fairly secure at the top of this one. Coming into this race, Miller in second place, 8 points up of Lemke, and Lemke only 2 points ahead of Joseph Marr, so there could still be a little bit of shuffling through from second, third, and fourth in the Porsche Cup side of things. Richard Swindells comes into this one in fifth place. He is 9 points up on Justin Atchison in sixth. Atchison another 6 points up on Salmon in seventh place, but Daniel Salmon only a couple points, or sorry, 1 point ahead of Kelly Greenhoe and Jesse Meager, who are deadlocked for eighth and ninth place at 90 points each. Then we get into a few of our drivers who haven't quite made it out as often as the rest. A little further back, and looks like our timing and scoring taking a little bit of a break here as we're just getting to the end of qualifying. Our drivers starting to grid up. We'll take a look at the qualifying results here in just a moment once we get everything cycled back through. And there we go. Oops. There we go. DJ Alessandrini on pole. Brian Lemke to his outside. Kelly Greenhoe and Joseph Marr are going to make up row two. Richard Swindells in fifth place. He'll have Daniel Salmon to his outside. They'll have Jesse Meager and Justin Atchison starting behind them. Tony Phillips and Sean Drew going to round out the top 10. Donald Mensing in 11th and Brian Zinn in 12th. Looks like Zinn's confident he's going to have the championship wrapped up starting at the back. And then we get into our Cayman class. Only 4 drivers in the Cayman class here this evening. Aaron Sunday going to lead the way with Spencer Bodway to his outside, Roman Bykoff and Uwe Hale in fourth. So 16 drivers on the grid here this evening. God, I hope there's no multi-class racing next season. All it does is separate a already small field into 2 smaller fields. So we'll see what's in store for next season. We're just waiting for one last car to grid up here, and then we'll be getting underway. Spencer Bodway looks like he's going to be the last one to hit the grid. Short pace lap underway as our drivers are gridded up in between the exit of the corkscrew. See the field there. Just waiting for one more Cayman driver there. Spencer Bodway popping into view. And we'll be getting underway in a matter of moments. As usual, 35-minute race. Drivers will have to come in for some fuel at some point in time. No need for tires. Just a quick little splash of fuel to get them to the end of the race. And we're going to crown a champion here for season 23 in the Porsche Cup and the GT4 Cayman, also known as the mid-pack Larry class. Looks like pace car already into the pit lane. Short pace lap ready to go. We're waiting for the field. They're heading onto the front straight. You can see them coming up. Pace car in the pits, waiting for the green flag. It is go on green, not on the leader. There we go. Green is out, and we're off. DJ Alessandrini going to lead them into turn 2. He's got Lemke to his outside. Lemke trying to hold off Kelly Greenhoe. Looks like Joseph Marr trying to make a move around the outside. 3 wide. Daniel Salmon on the inside. Looks like Salmon going to make up 3 spots early on this one. Oh, Marr comes deep into the corner. Looks like he possibly punted the back end of Greenhill. That's going to cost him a couple spots. He's got Swindells to deal with on his inside now. Swindells there backs out after seeing what happened with Joseph Meyer and Kelly Greenhill up ahead. Swindells not wanting to get tied up in that, as they're going 3 wide in behind too as well. Looks like Sean Giroux and Tony Phillips, as Brian Zinn looked to make it 3 wide, thought the better of it after that and backed out. Aaron Sunday in the Cayman side of things, he's going to hold on to his top qualifying spot, although he's got Spencer Bodway, our GT4 Cayman Championship leader, to his outside. I think barring a major catastrophe and some massive penalty points here, Spencer Bodway should be taking home the championship this one. Looks like, oh, Bykoff trying to make it 3 wide. What a misinformed maneuver there. So he tries to go 3 wide through the corkscrew. Oh no, what happened to Kelly Greenhill? Looks like Greenhill lost it potentially in the corkscrew, got tied up with somebody, but he's fallen all the way back. See if we can pick up what happened to Greenhill in a matter of moments. Looks like all kinds of shenanigans went off here early on. So let's see here. It's like Kelly Greenhill, the first one flagging the system, as he's trying to fend off Daniel Salmon. And inside looks like Salmon locks up and tags him. Oh, that's ill-informed move by Daniel Salmon there, costing Kelly Greenhill. Looks like Brian Zinn in behind them, possibly something. Looks like Zinn got around Phillips. Oh, he's going to come too hot into the corkscrew too as well. He has to bail out. That's going to allow Sean Giroux to get around him. And then we saw what happened with Rowan Bykoff. Let's take another look here, as Bykoff coming in hot tried to split the 2 Caymans ahead of Bodway and Aaron Sunday. Thankfully for them, I think they possibly saw him come and they were able to leave some space there and allow him through. But Donald Mensing also looks like he had a bit of an excursion here too as well. I think Mensing just goes wide coming out of the exit of the corkscrew. He's back on track and he'll carry on. So a lot of carnage here early on in this one, but that's going to allow DJ Alessandrini up front to get a nice 3-second gap over the rest of the field. So he's just going to put it on cruise control at this point in time. Barring any mistakes, he should be able to hold this one up, as only 2 laps into this. He's got 3.5 second gap over second place Brian Lemke. So looks like everything's kind of settled down here for a little bit. Swindells has gotten ahead of Joseph Meyer. They head across the front straight. It's like Meyer trying to look to the inside. Swindells holding him off. Nicely done. He's going to keep Maher in behind. You see all the debris already thrown up on track. Our drivers letting everything hang out loose here in the final race of this season. So we'll see how it works out here. There's definitely going to be some penalties, I think, based off the incidents we've seen early on in this one. It's our closest battle right now here between Swindells and Maher. So we'll stick with this battle as it stands. Swindells holding on to 4th place, up 1 spot from where he qualified. Joseph Meyer down 1 spot from where he qualified. So essentially the 2 drivers have just swapped positions. They're heading up into the corkscrew now here. Let's jump on board with Swindells and take a look to see what it looks like. Into the corkscrew and then down 5.5 stories. There we go. Look at all the debris on track. It's going to get real slippery for our drivers heading through there with all that rubbish up on track. But the more drivers drive over to clear out, but they've got to drive over it and not lose the back end of the car as well in the same process. So it's asking a lot when you're coming in off camber through that section not to lose the back end. So here we go around another lap. We'll see if Maher gets enough of a run on Swindells to make a move into turn 2. Swindells going to go defensive onto the inside, try and force Maher around the outside if he wants to make that move. Maher's going to drive deep, try for the late apex through, but he loses the back end, has to gather it up. That's going to put Jesse Meager into that battle now. Meager and Zinn lurking behind. So now Joseph Meyer going from offensive. He's going to go onto the defensive now in this one. He's going to have to try and hold off Meager and Zinn now. Zinn started at the back. Our championship, well, barring any major penalties here in this race, Zinn should be able to take the championship. Essentially, he could just pull off now, had the championship locked up if he wanted to. It looks like he's going to complete the race. So we'll see how it works out here for Zinn. He's got a lot to lose, not a whole lot to gain. He gets a great run through Meager through that section there. See, Meager had to gather up the car through turn 6. Up into the corkscrew they go. Zinn on the inside. So they're going to try and go 2x2 through here. Well done by both of them. Meager drops a couple tires into the dirt. Not like we don't have enough debris on track already out there, but there's a little more now. Let's take a quick look back at our Cayman classes. Spencer Beaudoin has gotten himself up into top spot, 2.3 seconds ahead of Aaron Sunday. So see if we take a look here at how Beaudoin got around Aaron Sunday. Once I find this quickly in timing and scoring, we'll take a look and see what happened there. But it looks like Sean Giroux had a bit of an incident here. Let's see what happened to Giroux. He's heading into turn 6, about to head up to the corkscrew. Oh, just catches too much of that inside curb. Bottoms out the Porsche and around he goes. Gets it straightened back out. See a number of cars going by. Oh, he's going to pull it off and park. Sure something else happened to Giroux. No, it's just flagged again for a second time. So fortunate start for Sean Giroux. He had picked up a bunch of spots due to all the carnage we saw kicking off this one, but it's like Mar has gotten around Swindells. See if we can take a look at how that went down here moments ago. Swindells tried to force him to the inside, didn't quite get over there quick enough to hold off that line. Joseph Mar just goes around the outside. Oh no, Jesse Meager's had an incident. Meager's in. See if we can take a look at here. Oh, Meager comes in flying into the corkscrew. Takes out our championship electee, Brian Zinn. Let's see what happened here from Zinn's point of view. Tail shot. See Meager coming in. No way in the heck was he ever going to make that corner. That's unfortunate. We see a whole lot of careless driving out there by these drivers this evening. This is generally not what we see. Most of these guys are usually fairly reserved. Don't really try and throw it up the inside. So it's wonder if it's just a matter of it being the last race of the season, but you would have expected a little bit of driving standards out there than what we're seeing right now in this one. Back to our Cayman battle as Spencer Beaudoin had about 2.5 second gap over Aaron Sunday. Sunday had fallen back after he got passed by Beaudoin, but now he's trying to recoup those losses. He's got the Porsche Cup car of Meager just in behind him. It's like Meager kind of waiting to get himself around Aaron Sunday there. I'm still trying to find where the pass between Beaudoin and Sunday happened, but I'm not seeing it here. I'm wondering if it just got tied up in a bunch of the incidents that happened. But either way, Spencer Beaudoin, our championship contender, has gotten our electee, I should say, championship electee in the Cayman class, got himself up top of the Cayman standing. So well done by Spencer Beaudoin. Doesn't have his buddy here this evening, Jonathan Cooper, not on track. So Beaudoin out here to fight for it himself. Looks like Kelly Greenhoe had another off-track incident. See what happened to Kelly here. Man, you can just see the debris all over the track. And Kelly's going to throw a little bit more on track there. So it's just a minor wheel drop for Kelly. Speaking of Greenhoe, he's now trying to chase down Brian Zinn. A couple drivers that were involved in incidents in this one. Zinn, not too long ago, as we just saw the Red Bull car of Jesse Meager just completely door him into the corkscrew, similar to what happened to Greenhoe at the start of this race, where he got doored by Daniel Salmon. So two drivers on a recovery run. Have a look from Kelly Greenhoe's car up ahead to Brian Zinn. So they make their way through turn 5, up into turn 6, and then towards the world famous corkscrew. Pop back up to our leader, DJ Alessandrini, now 11 seconds over the rest of the field. So it's essentially a Sunday drive here on a Sunday for DJ Alessandrini. So the closest battle on track we have right now is, looks like Daniel Salmon and Joseph Marr. Something happened to Joseph Marr again. He's fallen back into the field. See if we can find what happened there shortly. But right now we've got a battle going on between Daniel Salmon and Joseph Marr. So at this point in time, we've only had, I think, 4 drivers who I haven't seen involved in any kind of incident at this point in time. Actually all 4 of them in the top 4 of Porsche Cup: Alistini, Lemke, Atchison, and Swindells. And then pretty much everybody else has been involved in some sort of incident at some point in time in this race. So if you like carnage in action, this race has fulfilled that desire at this point in time. We continue to watch this battle between Joseph Maher and Daniel Salmon. Maher in the black and silver car leading the battle. Salmon in the black and gold machine in tow. Both of these drivers down a number of spots from where they qualified. Joseph Maher down 4 spots, Daniel Salmon down 3 spots. So essentially they were close on pace in qualifying. Explains why they're close in pace on track too as well. Into the corkscrew they go for the 9th time on lap 9. Maher drops a couple tires into the dirt. Oh hell, throwing some more debris up on track. We ain't got enough on there already. What's a little more go on board here with Daniel Salmon? That damn number board kind of blocks a lot of our vision up ahead. See what kind of helmet Salmon's rocking. Is he working hard? A whole lot of steering lock into the final corner. And out they go. So pick back up Sean Giroux. He's got Donald Mensing not too far behind him there. Mensing driving his traditional Jeremy Clarkson meme paint scheme. Currently sitting in 15th place overall as those 2 drivers involved in earlier incidents trying to make their way back through the field. Go back to this battle between Salmon and Maher. See if we can find a look at what happened to Joseph Maher as he was ahead of Richard Swindells and fell all the way back here. Let's see. Oh, similar to what we saw happen to Sean Giroux. Tagged the inside red turtle curb through turn 6, bottom out, and off he went through a ton of debris on track there. So he might have went off track again into the corkscrew. Yep. Light it up into the wall, a little kiss on the wall there, and fortunately for him, it's going to give him some damage on the front end. Tony Phillips, something happened to him too as well, just ahead of Kelly Greeno. So he's just going to get caught up in all that debris we've seen on track. Looks like you see Tony tried to turn in. The front end of that car was just on all the pebbles, just didn't have any grip. We've raced jumpy trucks around here in seasons past in Apex. This is week 13. This is almost looking similar to a jumpy truck race where he had so much dirt and debris on track. I don't think we've done it since the debris feature has been added into iRacing. So could throw a whole new wrench by the time you've done that race. It could actually be more like a dirt race, but these guys are trying to put the Porsche Rally Heritage to be best served out here as they're taking those Porsche cars off track. Oh, Tyler TPR Richards in the chat. Hell yeah, Sky Lounge, he says. Yeah, Sky Lounge Media broadcasting away this Apex this race. So this is actually fitting for Sky Lounge Media this race. We like carnage races, and this one's been full of carnage from the start. Again, this is still our closest battle on track, so we'll stick with this one for now. See Salmon tucked up on the back of Maher heading into the corkscrew. Maher's able to defend that one, but the car up ahead, I believe that's Tony Phillips just up ahead, kicking up some more dirt on track, so even more debris on track. They might need to pull into the pits, swap out the Porsche Cup cars for the Volkswagen, what do they call it, the Light Beetle, the rally car. At this point in time, it's turning into an off-road race. We're not even halfway through this race. That is Phillips up ahead. They're catching Phillips fairly quickly. So we have a look back from Tony Phillips. You can see those 2 cars of Maher and Salmon coming over the crest into Andretti hairpin. Various lines. Salmon trying to double apex it. Maher going out wide and bringing it back in. Neither one really seemed to get an advantage over the other one through there with the lines that were taken. It's going to be a matter of one driver having to make a mistake for the other one to get away here. Tight battle It's our closest battle on track. Everybody else separated by about 2 seconds or so, but as I take a look, looks like Zin starting to charge up on Swindells. Once they get a little closer, we'll pop in to have a look at that battle too as well. Looks like Salmon a little slower through that sector's allowed Mar to pull ahead. Let's pop up to the battle between Zin and Swindells, as Zin now has it down to 0.4 of a second on the back of Richard Swindells. Swindells again up 1 spot from where he qualified. Qualified in 5th place, got himself up into 4th. Brian Zinn did not qualify, started at the back of the pack, got himself up 11 spots into 5th, or sorry, 7 spots in class into 5th place. So across the start finish line to finish up lap 11 and start lap 12. Swindells going defensive, holding the tighter line through the inside, trying to force Zinn around the outside if he's going to make that pass. Fortunately for Swindells, not the best exit through there. Went a little wide, but he still got the inside preferred line. Looks like Zinn's going to try and cross him over into the inside. Is he going to have enough overlap? He does not, but Swindells, a fairly cautious driver, isn't going to force the issue. He's going to let Zinn through, try and tuck in behind them, as they have about 5.5 seconds over Kelly Greenhoe in behind. So best serve not to battle. Let Zinn ahead, try and tuck in behind and keep up the pace. Looks like something happened to Uwe Hale. Let's see what happened to him. Go further back in our Cayman class, heading into the corkscrew here, as we just see our leader, DG Alessandrini, up ahead of him. Oh, Uwe Hale almost took out our leader. Then he parks it in the corkscrew. What are you doing? You can't park there. Oh man, thankfully there was nobody coming behind him. Not sure why he would just stop in the middle of the track like that. Thankfully, there was nobody in behind him. That could have been carnage. Many drivers were coming up through there, but sheesh. You hate to see it. Let's go back to this battle between Salmon and Mar. They're still battling it out. Salmon's closed that gap down. Last we saw them, Joseph Mar had opened up a bit of a gap over Daniel Salmon, heading into the corkscrew, but Salmon's clawed his way back. Now they're only 1.4 seconds behind. Tony Phillips up ahead. So Tony seeing those 2 Porsches getting a little closer in behind him. Looks like Jesse Meager, one of our early cars to pit. He's coming out of pit lane there. So they're going to pop around him. Meager actually a lap down now. So see where he cycles in once the rest of the drivers come in for their pit stop. Just past the halfway mark. We should start to see some more drivers come in very shortly. I suspect if I was Tony Phillips at this point in time, I would probably pop into the pits next time by. Try not to get caught up in this battle behind you. Try and get into the pits. Get back out in some clean air and put some laps down. Although he doesn't have the benefit that we do to see what kind of carnage all these guys have been involved in up until this point. So he doesn't have that that knowledge. But again, I wouldn't want to be out there and trying to battle with him. I'd try and find some clean air, as they're catching him fairly quickly. Let's have a look back from Tony Phillips. You can see Joseph Mar right up on his back bumper now. As they're coming into the final corner of lap 14, they're going to head to the line and start the 15th lap. Tight battle here. Closest battle on the track, these 3 cars. Tony Phillips leads the way. Joseph Mar in 8th place behind him. Daniel Simon in 9th place, another 0.6 back of Mar. So now we'll see how defensive Tony Phillips can be. He's been pretty much driving by himself the last 3 or 4 laps after getting involved in a little bit of carnage early on, but now he's going to fend off Maher and Salmon. This is going to be a battle for 7th place. And keeping an eye on the GT4 battle too as well. Looks like Aaron Sunday clawing his way back up to Spencer Bodway. That battle now only 0.8. Although it looks like a little slower corner the last time by for Sunday. He's going to drop back about 0.9 back of Bodway as well. That kind of ebbs and flows, that battle there. And we see Maher has caught up to the back of Phillips. We've seen Joseph Maher involved in a number of incidents here, hitting a curb, going off track, dive bombed the corkscrew a number of laps earlier. So it's been an eventful race for Joseph. See if he can put some pressure on Tony Phillips. There we go, on board with Joseph. He hits the inside curb again. That's going to cost him some time. You see how much time that actually costs, about 3/10 or so. You smoke one of those turtle curbs, the car just gets unsettled. By the time you gather it back up, you lose a number of tenths, but that's going to allow Tony Phillips to pull away. Tony Phillips hasn't really had to defend all that much right now. They've caught him, but they haven't been able to really put any pressure on him. Joseph Maher overdriving the car again. You see him drive out wide into the Andretti hairpin. Has to get it gathered back up. Tony Phillips just needs to focus forward. There we go. Not worry about the drivers in behind him. Again, I would probably pop into the pits, try and get some clean air. I suspect the battle between the two cars behind him is going to end in some carnage between one of them at some point in time. But we just let them battle. I would let them battle. Looks like Donald Mensing had an off-track. DJ Alessandrini off-track too as well. But Alessandrini, a 20-second gap over second place. Not really much to worry about there. As Tony Phillips. Oh, I didn't catch what happened there. As Maher and Salmon both went by Phillips as I was looking at timing and scoring. Oh, Phillips went off wide out of turn 6 up to the corkscrew. Cost him a couple spots there. It's unfortunate for Tony. See if he's able to gather himself up. He's got the lap car. Jesse Meager in behind. Looks like Swindell's coming into the pits. He's going to be their first of the actual scheduled pit stoppers. Let's head back up front as Atchison now feeling some pressure from Brian Zinn. We saw Zinn get around Swindell's not long ago. Now he's caught up to Atchison, trying to put some pressure on him. It's a nice paint job Justin Atchison's got on that machinery. Sharp, I like it. I gave him the Driver of the Day award for the paint scheme. Looks like Zinn going to try and make a move into the corkscrew. They're going to go too wide. Atchison's going to stay out wide, give him that position. Tuck in behind. Well done. That's how you go too wide through the corkscrew without murdering each other. Oh, we go back to the aisle between Salmon and Maher. See Salmon lock up the front end heading into the corkscrew. That's going to allow Joseph open up 2.3 seconds now over Salmon. So one little mistake turns into one big mistake fairly quickly. Check back in our GT4 leader, Spencer Bodway, now with 4.5 seconds over Aaron Sunday. Sunday was putting some pressure on the back of Bodway. He had caught up to him and then lost a ton of time. I'm looking here, I don't see any off tracks for Aaron Sunday, so he must have had a bobble somewhere that didn't turn into going off track, but it cost him a ton of time by the looks of it. So that's going to give our GT4 Cayman class championship electee Spencer Bodway a comfortable gap at the top of the GT4 field. No real battles going on anywhere else in GT4s. We only got the 4 drivers. Again, Kent, if you're listening, anybody else out there, do not do multi-class again next season. You don't have enough drivers for it. All it does is spread out the field too much. Thank you. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Check in on our leader now. 24 second. DJ might lap the field here at this point in time. 24 second gap over second place. Brian Lemke. DJ Sunday evening drive here in sunny California. The race win firmly in his grasp. Brian Lemke, looks like Zinn's popped into the pits. It's going to move Justin Atchison back up into third place. He is 10 seconds back of Brian Lemke, so not much going on in the top 3 here. There's more and more of our drivers coming in for service. Kelly Greenhoe, after a strong qualifying, starting third and getting run into at the top of the corkscrew. You can see the damage on the left side of that car. Kelly having to try and recover here. Got himself up into 4th place, but is yet to pit. If he were to pit right now, looks like my timing and scoring shows he would come out somewhere in between Joseph Barr and Daniel Salmon, although neither one of those drivers have pit either. Our highest placed driver to pit in the Porsche Cup side of things is currently Brian Zinn in 5th place. Oh, something happens to Richard Swindell as he's dropped out of the race. Let's see if we can pick up. So Swindell was one of our early pitters. Entered pit lane. Looks like he never actually came back out of pit lane. So I wonder if it was a some type of connection issue there for Richard, or what happened. Kelly Greenhoe coming in for his pit cycle. Looks like we got Richard Swindell's in race channel chat. Let's pop over here and see if we can find out what happened to Swindell's. Richard, what happened? What happened to your car, Rich?
Rich has shown packet loss, Rob.
Oh, is that what happened?
That's what's happened on my end. I've not heard from him for a couple of minutes, so I don't know what's going on. I'm guessing he's lost internet.
Oh, okay, because I saw he went into the pits. I didn't catch whether he drove it or not. Just said enter pit lane. I switched over to him. He was actually driving down pit lane, and then he never came back out. But
no, he has disappeared, sir.
Okay.
Did you see my move going into turn 1?
Yeah, the one turn 1, or the one where you took out Kelly Greenhoe on lap 1. Is that the one?
They were both broadcast worthy.
They were both on the broadcast. I'll let you get back at it.
All right, Rob, have fun.
Okay, so there we go. Looks like Swindell's with some packet loss. It's a new feature iRacing brought in this season. I know I've raced with a number of drivers. If Tyler Pierre Richards is still in chat, we've seen it happen to him a couple times, where he's got the packet loss warning and then it's pipped him back to pits. So I think iRacing actually needs to adjust the, I don't know, call it sensitivity, I guess, on it. Seems to be a little oversensitive before it kicks drivers back to the pits. But speaking of in the pits, Justin Atchison in the pits cycle there. See Brian's in, the driver that was just ahead of him. East Forward's in, came in for pits. It's going to pop back by him again. Atchison heading out of the pits. Tony Phillips going to pop by him too as well. So it looks like, be interesting to see if Atchison's able to get out ahead of Phillips here. Looks like Phillips going to take the spot away. Potentially it's a drag race down the front straight. Oh, we haven't seen Tony Phillips in for pit stop yet, so that's no longer a battle for position. I thought Tony had pit early on after he had some incidents. Our leader, DJ Alessandrini, he's going to come in for his pit cycle. So taking a quick look here. Looks like we're just waiting for pits from Brian Lemke, who's into the pits now. Tony Phillips, and then Joseph Meyer and Sean Giroux, although it looks like Meyer into the pits and out now. Sean Giroux, the last of our Porsche Cup drivers on track that we're awaiting a pit stop for. So this will pretty much let us know where we're at for the last 7 minutes. It's Kelly Greenhoe battling with Tony Phillips, but as I mentioned, Phillips has not come in for his pit cycle, so that's a battle that isn't necessarily for position. Greenhoe will take that 5th spot away once Phillips comes in for his pit cycle. As you see, Phillips ducking off now. Come in for the pits. Now Greenhoe will try and chase down Justin Atchison up ahead. Atchison qualified in 8th place, got himself up into 4th. Greenhoe qualified in 3rd, currently in 5th. So Greenhoe had the quicker qualifying pace here. We'll see if he's got time to run down Justin Atchison. As I mentioned moments ago, Kelly Greenhoe got speared by Daniel Salmon heading into the corkscrew on lap 1. So what could have been a nice showing early on. Greenhoe was able to get in, get that car fixed up. You don't see any more damage on the left side of that machine. So we have a look back here. Joseph Marr has fallen down to 7th place. Up and down race for him. Tony Phillips coming out of pit road now. He's completed his service. So Tony back on track. Let's have a look. No close battles in this one right now. So currently, the closest battle here is between Atchison and Greenhoe, and even that's a minute and a half or so. So we'll stick with these two drivers as it stands right now until something gets a little more spicy in the race. But entering the last 4.5 minutes in this one, drivers running out of time. They've got the lap car of Jesse Meager just up ahead. Meager's going to pull off to the left-hand side, let this battle through. Nicely done. Well done, Jesse Meager. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Quickly back to our GT4 leader, Spencer Rodway. Still holding 2.7 seconds over Aaron Sunday. Comfortable lead for our championship elect. So is Rodway looking to come in and take the championship firmly with a win in the final race. Leader of the Porsche Cup, DJ Alessandrini, 33 seconds up ahead of the rest of the field. Is DJ going to come around and finish up lap 22? Looks like we're going to do probably 34 laps, I suspect. Or sorry, not 34, 24 laps. So of this one, should be coming around in about a minute and a half to go the next time by. So that should be just the one more lap. We'll have to see next time DJ comes through, but back to this battle. Atchison holding off Greenhoe. Greenhoe actually fell back a tenth or two. To go on board here with Kelly, you can see Justin Atchison just up ahead in that, I guess you call it kind of aqua colored Porsche. Greenhoe had his home track being a Californian in the northern part of the state. Always seems to be fairly competitive when we come to Laguna Seca. His qualifying pace showed that. Unfortunately for him, first lap incidents dropped him back. Trying to recover, he'd love to get himself back up into fourth place, no doubt. Take that spot away from Atchison. Strong lap that time by Greenhoe. It's managed to close that gap down to 1.3 seconds. Let's have a look at the fastest lap between these two drivers. Justin Atchison's fastest lap, 125.4. Kelly Greenhoe, 124.8. So 6/10 quicker than Justin Atchison. So that's what Kelly needs right now. A couple of those laps to get him right back up on the tailpipe of Atchison. But 2 minutes to go, just under 2 minutes to go. This is going to be potentially one more lap, 2 more laps to go. Okay, leader DJ Alessandrini on the 24th lap. I suspect this should be one of our final laps. See Atchison and Greenhoe heading into the corkscrew. We'll have to check when they cross the line if Barney is waving the white flag or not. Timing and scoring not showing it's the white flag, but sometimes it doesn't want to. Into the final corner they go. They get the lap car, Sean Giroux up ahead. Atchison goes a little wide through that corner, so no white flag from Barney yet. 2 laps to go. See if Atchison able to hold off the charge of Kelly Greenhoe. See some smoke off wide. Giroux goes deep into the sand to get out of the way of that battle. Wanting to make sure he wasn't a part of that battle at all. Not trying to force a mistake, but unfortunately for Giroux, a car that's a lap down, he has another lap down car, Jesse Meager, lurking in behind him now. Those two might have a battle for a 10th spot in Porsche Cup coming up. But back to this battle between Atchison and Greenhoe. Greenhoe closing quickly. He's got that gap down now to 4/10. Greenhoe pushing hard, trying to take away 4th place from Justin Atchison. It'd be a bit of a moral victory here for Greenhoe if he could do that. Into the corkscrew. We'll see who gets the better exit out of the corkscrew. Atchison taking the slow in, quick out approach. Greenhoe trying to carry a little more speed. So he had to wait that extra half second or so to get back to the throttle. That allowed Atchison to open up that gap a little bit into the last 2 corners. Here we go. It's going to come around to start. This will be the final lap this time by. Down the front straight we go. Barney waving the... Oh, Barney's got the checker flag out. Barney? DJ heading around to. Oh no, that was the white flag. Why did it look like Barney was waving the? Looks like a checkered flag. Alright, iRacing, fix your rendering of flags. Alright, last lap, here we go. DJ Alessandrini into the final corner. He's going to take the checker flag this time by. There you go, Barney. Now that you got the checker flag. Good man. Well done for him. Lemke still ways back. Let's pop back to this battle between Atchison and Greenhoe. Kelly Greenhoe running out of time. He's also fallen back off Justin Atchison half a second. Last time through the corkscrew for these two drivers. Looks like Atchison going to get the better exit out of the corkscrew. Greenhoe going to have to hope for a mistake now to take that position away from Atchison. Couple more corners to go. Greenhoe is there, tight in the back bumper. We'll see if he makes a lunge into the final corner. Not really close enough to do it. Oh, Atchison locks up the front end. It's a battle down the front straight. Drag race. Greenhoe trying to get a little draft. Not going to get enough of a run to take that spot away. Well done by those two drivers. Atchison able to hold off the charge of Kelly Greenhoe. Well done. You see the podium there for the Porsche Cups. Take a look at our Cayman drivers there. We've lost Spencer Bodway already. Or no, so there's Spencer's there. Aaron Sunny, Rowan Bykoff off in the into the wall, as Coors Lightning machines do. So well done by all of our drivers. Looks like Sean Giroux might have had an incident on the last lap. Take a quick look here. Heading down into Andretti hairpin. Oh, coming in way too hot. Back end's going to come around. It's unfortunate for him. And it looks like that was only our last real incident there last lap. Looks like a couple off tracks here by some other drivers, but let's take a look at our official results here. Let's take a look at the Porsche Cup side of things here first. DJ Alessandrini taking the win. Pole-to-pole winner, 37 seconds over Brian Lemke in second place. Brian Zinn's going to round out the podium in third. Justin Ashton holds off the charge from Kelly Greenhoe in fourth place. Greenhoe comes in fifth. Joseph Mara in sixth. Daniel Salmon in seventh. Tony Phillips in eighth. Donald Mensing, Sean Giroux, Jesse Meager all lap down. Richard Swindells with packet loss isn't going to see the finish line here tonight, fortunately for him. And over on the Cayman side of things, we've seen Aaron Sunday. Aaron Sunday. Did Spencer Bodway get a black flag at the end? Did he get packet loss too as well? See, Aaron, let's take a look at this. Spencer Bodway into the pits. Oh, potential packet loss for Aaron Bodway too as well. We have no replay of entering pit lane. That suggests to me packet loss. So unfortunate for him. Although I think he had the championship locked up. He's going to fall to third in the Cayman side of things. Rowan Bykoff in second. Spencer Bodway third. Uwe Hale going to come home in fourth place. So there we go. That wraps up the season 23. Have a quick little chat here with a couple drivers in timing and scoring. In timing and scoring in the booth. We'll see how the race went here, but thank you to all of our racers who participated this season. We appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, a lot of action all throughout this one. Season 24 will be coming up in a couple of weeks, and then we'll get all back underway again. But let's take a quick little chat here with, looks like we've got Brian Zinn in chat. We'll bring him in here. Let's talk to our P Cup championship winner, Brian Zinn. Congrats on winning Porsche Cup. How did your race go there today? Looks like you raced up from the back end, no qualifying, get yourself up into final step on the podium.
Yeah, it was chaotic. With the lobby kind of getting messed up and times getting shortened. I had gone and taken a break, and then next thing I know, I looked at the clock and saw that it was the top of the hour, and I was like, oh crap, I think I just missed qualifying. So completely unintentional. But yeah, and then with everybody being gridded together, starting behind the Caymans was less than ideal, but it may have kind of prevented me from some of the turn one argy bargy that I heard people coming on the mic about. And yeah, just had to work my way up. It's hard around Laguna, a lot of dirt and gravel getting brought on the track, so you're fighting the track as much as you're fighting other cars, it seems like. But came away with a P3 in the end, so not too bad, all things considered.
Yeah, it's a nice way to finish out the season. I believe it was, I'm trying to remember who got Jesse Meager, I think it was, got you into the top of the corkscrew. But fortunately for you, you were able to keep going on. A couple other drivers didn't fare so lucky there. But yeah, lap one was definitely a bit of a chaos scene from a Hollywood film. Definitely heading into the
Yeah.
corkscrew. But next season, I'm not sure what they got planned for next season, but it'll be season 24. How you feeling heading into that season as champion of, I guess it'd be Sundays. I don't know what's going to be on Sundays, so we'll call you the Sunday champion for season 23.
I'm quite happy. I have fallen back in love with the Porsche Cup. It's when it first came out, I was stoked for it. Porsche Cup's one of my favorite series to watch in real life, and I'm a huge Porsche guy as it is. And so, when the car first came out, loved it, and then they kept making changes to it, and I hated it. And this this season's kind of made me fall back in love with it a little bit more. So I'm super happy that we got to run it. Super happy to come out on top with it. I'm excited for next season. We finally get some oval racing in Apex. Hell has officially frozen over. We got the new Ferrari 296 challenge car coming that I think we're going to run. So it's going to be a fun season. I've been on vacation, so I've missed quite a bit in Discord, but from the bits and pieces I caught up on, it seems like it's going to be a great season when we come back in a couple weeks.
Well, excellent stuff, Zing. Congrats on the championship, and we'll catch you later.
Yeah, thanks for broadcasting all season long, Rob. Much appreciated.
Have a good one. Bye now. So there goes Brian Zinn. Let's bring in our Cayman champion elect. Spencer Bodway. Spencer, what happened there at the end? Looks like you got, was it pack and loss or something dumped you back into the pits?
No, I ran out of fuel.
Oh, okay.
I needed a splash and dash. Aaron Sunday did a great job fuel saving. I think he saw that I had a pace and I was able to he was able to keep up to me for a while, but I had just a little extra pace in him. And I think when he recognized that, his game was the fuel save. And my game really was just to bring it home and take this championship.
Yeah, well, you came into this one leading the championship. I believe it was Ozek Sulu, if I remember correctly, was second place in the championship. We didn't see him here. We didn't see Kent Kruger. So pretty much you just had to not destroy anybody on track and accumulate a whole bunch of penalty points. You had this one wrapped up. So congrats on the championship in the GT4 Cayman mid-pack Larry side of things. How you feeling heading into the next season as a champion of season 23?
I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to be moving up to the pro class, so that's going to be very exciting. But I do my best learning from following faster drivers anyway. So I've had some great races and able to keep up with some pro drivers in some of the other classes this season, and it's been a great learning experience. The racing's been really clean and aggressive and really exciting. It's been a great bunch of guys to race with.
Well, congrats on the win, Spencer. So we're expecting big things from you next season in whichever series you decide to race in. So best of luck, and we'll see you next season.
Thank you very much, Rob. Thanks for the broadcasting.
Take care. And that's our two championship elect drivers for this season. Let's bring in one of the lead Muppets, Daniel Salmon. Zippy, what the hell happened out there with your race? You're killing guys, you're passing guys, you're going off track. Is there anything you didn't do out there this evening?
I didn't have a good race, to be honest. Like at the start, I was like, I am a driving god. Like, what a move going into turn one. give Richard a little bump. I mean, I would have done that anyway, but didn't quite realize I hadn't cleared him. Then got two for the price of one coming out of turn one. I'm like, this is going good. But then the corkscrew, not my friend for the first 2 laps. Despite braking early, it did. Apparently, cold tires was still a thing, and that pretty much killed it. And then at the end, I got bored. I don't like running solo, and man, I got a freebie.
Well, you came into this one, I believe. Hold on here. Let me double check his results. You came into this one in 7th place. 7th place, you were 15 points back of Richard Swindells. Swindells didn't see the line on this one. I'm wondering if you actually got to close that gap in, although I suspect you might get a couple penalty points in this one, Zippy, for clearing out, I can't remember who it was, Kelly Greeno, I think it was, into the top of the corkscrew. So it might all come out as a wash.
It was a lockup. These things happen. I'm not really interested in penalty points at that point. But that's how you lose drivers. Shit happens.
It might all come out in the wash on this one. But how do you feel about your Porsche Cup season overall?
Laguna Seca, not a fan. Not a fan of that. I definitely feel I could have done better throughout the season. I'm not a big fan for practice. I just generally like to get in and go, and I think if I practice, I probably would do a bit better. But there was definitely some good races. I definitely enjoyed it. There was keeping Maher, like I was riding his bumper for a while. He finally pooched it, and I managed to enter the pits without speed. So that was an achievement in its own right. But it all depends on the track schedule. Like, would I like to see this back next season? Yeah, I would, but if the track schedule is dog crap, then I'm not going to want to drive it. It all comes down to the tracks, Rob. I mean, I'll run a variety of cars. Generally, if it's slower, I prefer it. Give me Spec Ford, something like that. Give me the Caddy or something. That could be a bit of fun. Like, I don't really mind as long as the track selection is good and it's not too high a downforce.
Yeah, my understanding is next season is, I'm looking here, I believe it's Ferraris on Sunday, the new challenge car. Looks like MX-5s on Tuesday, and then I believe they're doing oval racing on Thursdays, potentially.
That could be colorful.
So I'm not sure if it's the IndyCar, or they're doing some NASCAR, or a combination of each, but right now it looks like some potential open wheel racing on Thursdays. So no P Cup, no Porsche Cup going into the next season as far as I understand. So it's a little bit of a change of pace, but thanks for coming in, Zippy. Congrats on I guess you're going to finish securely in the top 10 of the championship after missing a couple races to start the season out on this one. So well done.
One thing we can point out as well, I got the highest instant point per event in the top 10. Richard pointed that out to me as well. So,
I don't know if that's necessarily an achievement, though. Although I can give you something here. Hold on. I'm showing timing and scoring that DJ had finished with 13 off tracks. You finished with 7. So you it's not counting the 4Xs here. So off tracks, you actually finished tied with or ahead of the leader on off tracks. You had less off tracks than the leader, so there you go. There's a win. But well done. If you want to catch myself and Zippy, you can find us Monday nights on Pit Road Production or Saturdays for the Almeida Racing Academy on Pit Road Productions too as well. But that's it for season 23. Thank you for everybody turning in. I ain't going through Chaos Theory today. I did it all during the race because there wasn't much going on at some points. So catch you next time. Bye for now, Zippy.